Good morning, folks. Good evening. I wanted to just talk about a matter here that has come to my mind coming out of the passage of Hurricane Melissa. One of the things that stands out in my mind is the devastation to places like Westmoreland and particularly the damage to the housing structure. And in my view, a big part of that is the number of board houses that exist in Westmoreland, and trying to understand the problem or the root cause of the problem, in that these houses, people have to build houses, board houses, because they do not own the land. So that's one thing. Number two, in terms of the announcement of the Prime Minister in Parliament about assistance for those affected by the hurricane, I look closely at it and to see how the people in Westmoreland will get assistance based on the announcement in Parliament by the Prime Minister. So what I did was to ask ChatGPT to summarize the Prime Minister's speech. So this speech that we have up on screen here is from the Jamaica House and the speech he made in Parliament. So I just summarized it, asked ChatGPT to summarize it. And there are a couple of things that I've highlighted here that I would just like to talk about. So, in his speech, of course, he mentions that the hurricane struck on October 28th, Category 5, and he acknowledged that the severe damage across St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, Manchester, St. James, Trelawney, and St. Anne's. And the damage was about 67 billion. Now, in terms of the government response, right, I wanted to zero here on point 4, reconstruction and building, right, acknowledging that climate proofing infrastructure, stronger housing standards, long-term resilience, right? So that's the government response, that this is what needs to happen, right? And then in terms of acknowledging what the outlook is like, considering climate change, he said that Hurricane Melissa is described as a warning of new climate realities, stronger, faster, wetter storms, right? And then emphasis on building forward better with resilient infrastructure, climate smart agriculture, and community preparedness. And those are excellent points. So, in terms of assessment, he said that there was rapid housing damage assessment found 116,000 structures severely damaged. So I suppose this is like a preliminary estimate of the amount of damage, right? And then the government will be providing 10 million per constituency in hardest hit parishes. And then the National Housing Trust will be offering loan moratoriums, low interest loans, and grants for rebuilding, right? Okay. So I want to start here. Can somebody tell me of the people in Westmoreland who has been affected with those board houses and lease lands? Would any of them qualify for any kind of relief from National Housing Trust? right? Through low interest rate, moratorium, and grants for building. Will any of those people qualify for this, right? For the kind of housing, for a board structure? I think not. So I don't see any relief here for the people in Westmoreland, right? Or those people who are living on any kind of lease land, right? And whose houses have been devastated, destroyed by the hurricane. So that's one. All right. Two, in terms of the assistance here from the constituency, 10 million, right? Considering there is 116,000 structures, right? And most of them completely destroyed. When we look at building material, right? If we assume, say, the assistance is 250,000, right? That's only what, 40 people getting assistance, right? And if we go down to 75,000, that means that it would increase to, what's that, 80, right? So 75,000 can really do anything, considering that a pound and nail, I think, is about $600. A plyboard is maybe $5,000-6,000, I don't know, somewhere around that. So this is not much help. So I don't see the people getting any help here. Now, there is an acknowledgement by the government that climate change will bring stronger storms. Now, if there are stronger storms, then people will have to build more, resilient, concrete houses, permanent structures really would have to be constructed. And so now this gets to the root of the problem. How can you build on lands that you don't own? And I think that this is the part that the government really need to work very hard on. I saw a video earlier this morning about land reforms, and that needs to happen. And that needs to happen urgently so that this problem can be fixed. And in the short term and in the, even the medium term, I don't see anything in here that will, benefit these people. And I think that the government needs to look more closely into this matter, and especially this matter of land reform.